Now, Boeing is set to release its first new commercial airplane in over a decade next week. The 787 Dreamliner will be delivered to the Japanese airline ANA on Tuesday. Bloomberg West editor-at-large Cory is live in Everett, Washington, with a look at the latest innovations in commercial innovation. Cory?
Yeah, Emily, this is a question facing everyone in business. How do you truly innovate when you're facing, entrenched forces that are in some ways uncomfortable with radical changes? And for Boeing, the answer was to approach this problem with a bunch of new technology, a ton of computing power, and an army of shrinks. They call it the Dreamliner, the 787, Boeing's first new commercial plane in 16 years.
It's a very different profile, frontal profile, than any other airplane out there, and it's remarkably different.
It's not just the Dreamliner's unique beak. It has a carbon fiber shell, remarkably efficient new engines from GE and Rolls-Royce, swept back skinny wings that literally bend to the sky as the plane takes flight.
The airplane is the most technologically advanced commercial airplane in history.
It's all stitched together with hefty computing power.
We've got on the order of 18 million lines of code on this airplane, which is probably 6 to 8 times more than we had on the 777 when it went into service.
Boeing also spent a decade with a team of psychologists studying the mindset of the flying public.
Darn it, we're going to find out, we're going to figure out how to design an airplane that connects people with the experience of flying itself. What we were aiming to do is to try to get deeper into the psyche and the emotions of what people want when they're in this condition of being inside an airplane.
Cutting-edge LED lights trick the eye into making the Dreamliner's ceiling seem higher.
The ceilings aren't higher, but they seem higher. And that's part of the geometry of the interior combined with the lighting system. It draws your eye up in a way that gives the sense of spaciousness that many other airplanes you're simply not going to experience.
Boeing customers rejected more radical designs like the Sonic Cruiser. They were saddled with an existing infrastructure of traditional jetways and airports. So Boeing responded with a familiar airplane shape, but radically different airplane guts. Boeing also limited the 787's customization, a new one-size-fits-all approach that should cut costs and increase productivity.
We have relatively few options in this airplane. That allows every airplane to come down the line to be very similar to the one before it, the one after it. That gives our workforce, our mechanics, the opportunity to do the same job over and over again.
Boeing is putting the finishing touches on its first new jetliner for the new millennium.
This is going to provide a unique experience for the traveling public.
I got to say, we've been standing out here on the tarmac all day, and the Boeing people told me, I didn't believe them, that this plane would be really quiet. But it's shockingly quiet. The engines have these cool, jagged teeth on the back that they call chevrons that supposedly reduce the sound. And just standing here, we've heard the 777s that are in test taking off that are a lot louder than the new 787. It's a remarkable design from a technological standpoint. I think there's one up in the air above us right now. Hopefully we'll get to see that guy when it comes down shortly. Emily?
Thanks, Cory. We'll be coming back to you with more on the Dreamliner a little later in the program, and I want to see you flying that simulator. I'm very, very much looking forward to that.